You know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now here's Freak after the miss from Goran Dragic. Henry with it. 6 points for him. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Dirk Nowitzki did not like that.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And it's Houston on the break. Henry leading the charge. And a big part of this weekend for the players is just getting to hang out with their peers in a non-competitive environment. I think, Clark, that I heard Freak was invited to relax with some of the big guns.
Yeah, it was Freak, Curry, Harden, and Davis all hanging out this All-Star weekend. As much as these guys compete on the hardwood, it's kind of nice to get together within the fraternity of the league and just enjoy each other. It doesn't happen a lot, so it's kind of cool to see when it does.
Give them a round of applause, fans.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside Dragic. Over in the corner, Matthews. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists now in this one. Rockets leading by 8. And here is Henry. He's got 8. He feeds it to Howard. He kicks to Harden. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
Great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Now here's Parsons. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Boston. The teardrop falls in. Parsons got his second bucket tonight.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Now here's Freak. Screen by Howard. Howard with a screen on Dragic. Here's Henry. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already.
Now here's Pachulia. A 17-point game for him in the win against Boston.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass. And no doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
And Houston again with the bucket.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. And it's Howard finishing it off.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Houston.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Rockets leading by 15. Now Henry. He's got 12. No good. He shoots again. A nice shot by Howard.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Dragic. A 17-point game for him in the win against Boston.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Here's Henry.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
Outside Robinson. Here's Harden on the wing. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. And that's 11 points for James Harden. Mavericks trail by 19.
Mavericks timeout call. Okay, Dallas now stepping onto the court.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach wants to get him involved early so he can establish a strong presence at that end of the floor and provide them with a well-balanced offensive attack. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
Good. Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Freak. 12 points for him. Outside Robinson. Harden kicks to Henry. No good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Now here's Freak. After the miss from Goran Dragic. That's good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Mavericks trail by 19. There's the pick. Shoots the three. Another three for Dallas.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against Golden State.
And really the signature of that game was what they were able to do from a defensive standpoint, particularly on the low post.
Yeah, and they were up in the air an awful lot in that paint area, getting their hands on shots, a lot of them, but if they didn't block them or touch them, they actually changed them.
Dallas has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Feeds it to Matthews. There's the three. Henry with the rebound. Henry's got his third rebound tonight. Dishes it to Howard. 6 to shoot. Johnson, that's for 2. Mavericks with the rebound.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Ahead. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the Mavericks with some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Chandler Parsons. Temple comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's McCallum in for Goran Dragic. And then for Houston, Capella's checked in, and it's Thornton in for James Harden. Here's McCallum. He's coming off a 13-point game against Boston.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
Now here's Freak from deep three-point range. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
The Mavericks shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. They set the screen. And McCallum kicks to Anderson. Dallas moving it around. Really left alone that time. Temple's got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Henry. He's got 21. And Thornton kicks to Henry. The dish now to Howard. Down low. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Howard. And that's 23 points for Freak.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Let's pop over to our 2K leaderboard to see which power forwards and centers have had the most productive last month offensively. Dirk Nowitzki third.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Yet, no matter how much attention they're getting, they're still going to get their points. I mean, opponents just have to keep fresh legs out there and try to limit the damage and make them work for whatever points they do get.
Houston making a switch here. Brewers checked in.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
We've got 1:23 left here in the first quarter. From the wing, and again, the Rockets good for two.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Johnson, the pass to Henry. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. And that's now 26 points for Freak.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
McCallum misses.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've brought it in terms of having another level of intensity right from the tip.
Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Lukovsky. It's rebounded by Houston. Henry's got 5 rebounds tonight. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Back to Thornton. Passes to Henry. Marcus Thornton on the wing. Johnson outside from the arc, and the shot is good. Johnson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Boy, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far. He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Houston on top, running away with it. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
I realize this. I realize this. Respect this here. Check. I realize.
Here's Freak now on being selected to his first All-Star game. What do you think, Clark, about his All-Star selection?
Well, I think it was deserved, Kevin. I mean, the All-Star game is the who's who of the NBA, and you want your best guys front and center for that showcase, and he deserved it. He definitely qualified for it.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
They've got McCallum, also Garrett Temple out there. Pachulia is out there with Anderson. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Move the ball. It's
Henry with it.
much.
There's the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Lukovsky. Again, the Mavericks score. Here's Henry.
Assisted by Ray.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And that one's good. Henry's got 30.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Here's McCallum. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Capella.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical.
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull